Hello everyone, this is Mac. Welcome to another Clash of Clans video. So, we've just finished CWL and, oh man, so annoying. We had one missed attack, which meant that we lost the war, which meant that we didn't get the 10 points, and obviously missed out on a couple of stars. And that, if we'd got a 2-star attack, we would have promoted, we would have gone from 264, would have gone up, and yeah, and a couple of 1-stars here and there. We're basically first or second, we were looking at first war, one missed attack, and it cost us the whole thing. So annoying, so frustrating. But hey, we're still doing all right. We're in Masters 1, and yeah, next season we'll keep going, and yeah, we'll see how we do. Yeah, so I thought I'd done most heroic and a couple other things. I thought we'd really test, and then everything stopped working. So, new plan for video. I've lost a whole load of footage. Argogi have spun into a new war, so I can't record any more CWL stuff. I had all the base reviews I was going to do, which I can't show anymore either. Yeah, very good. So, here's a new Town Hall 9 strat that I've developed. So, so you know the really popular Zap drag that's working at Town Hall 9 really well at the moment. If you're a Town Hall 9, then you'll know that it's really effective. Basically, take a whole load of zaps, and you can take out a couple of air defences, and then you push your dragons in. That's really good, really effective. Now, what I've realised is that actually doing some very clever maths. Thank you. I'm here to help. Actually, if you do some really easy maths, then actually taking a max zap in your CC allows you to take rage in your spell complement. It basically reduces the number of spells that are required. The number of zaps that are required, sorry, to take out air defences. So what that's allowed us to do is basically have an extra rage, and that what I was finding was it was a little bit inconsistent, the drags, but by having that extra rage there, it just allows you to push those drags through the base a little bit quicker. And you can see here, okay, this is not a good base. This is a really easy funnel. It's a Town Hall 10, but not really. It's got terrible troops and terrible defences. All right, so that's why this is on super fast, and we're going to look at it properly next. Okay, I've used it in Clash Files War and also in CWL, so I've used it a couple of times, quite a few times, and it's getting proven really consistent and quite a reliable attack. Pretty quick as well, which is quite nice, quite unusual for dragons. So let's go and have a look at that. So this was the original army that I got from a YouTube video. I think it was Clash with Dark, I think, that I saw this on, or Clash with Smoke, I can't remember. But shout out to those guys for coming up with this strategy. But it's basically using 9 zaps and then throwing a haste in there as well. And basically what you need is 4 zaps to take out a Town Hall 9 air defence. So you've got 4 zaps. You don't really need a poison for the CC, so that's why might as well take another zap and try and weaken one of the defences. And the plan with this attack was basically to do 4 zaps on one air defence, 4 zaps on another one, push your heroes into an air defence, and then point the drags at the other one, and take loons in your CC. And you can see that to help defend my heroes, I've got some giants and wall breakers there, and it wasn't very good, and the haste was a bit not really worthwhile. This one was actually a 99%, so there you go, 99% one. So I think it was a builder hut. So I mean, it's still, I mean, if I just dropped a dragon on a builder hut or an archer on a builder hut, then it would have been a 3-star. But this is the army that I took, and I've sort of developed a little bit. So by doing some maths, you can take 4 Town Hall 9 zaps to take out a Town Hall 9 air defense, and then take 2 more plus 1 max zap in your CC, and that gives you enough to take out 2 air defences. Now, this base design here allowed me to get all 4 air defences, so that's just a really bad base design. Now, what I also started doing, instead of bringing loons in my CC, I brought a max E-drag, and actually that's really good for just creating one side of the funnel. for getting the drags in. And then you can see it's a fairly straightforward push everything in. I actually ended up dropping my dragons a little bit early because I was worried about the CC, the enemy, the defensive E-drag that came out there. But you can see you just put that rage down, push everything through, and actually you got a few balloons there. So it's a sort of classic, almost Town Hall 8 dragon attack where you've got dragons and then a few balloons to support as well, and just target those defences. And then the extra spell that I've been bringing, no poison required because dragons don't need to worry about poison, don't need a poison spell to support them. No extra zap. What I've been bringing is just a freeze, and that's been really useful. It just either freezing a sweeper or an air defense if air defences are still up, or expos. So that's how I've been using it, and it works really well. Now in this one I kind of saved the heroes, I didn't need them, and then I used them to sort of try and create a bit of a funnel and push them in, but you can use them to sui an air defense as well. And in the next attack, that's what we'll look at in the next attack. This base, not the best designed base. Let's be honest. Air defense is far too close together. Obviously, not been hit in this way before. I had a base that was quite similar to this actually, and quite early on, and as straight after the update, this happened to me, and all the air defenses got wiped out. Just a couple of zaps. So. Yeah, let's look at the next one against a well-built base. You can see from this base layout here that this, my go-to attack, my safe attack, is always Gobo Lalo. Okay, so you use your Golem and your Bowlers and your heroes to target the CC, the Queen, and ideally a couple of air defences. And this is kind of possible in this base. You can see at the top here, all those elements are right next to each other, but the funnel is really, really difficult. You've got the Town Hall, which is a high HP building. There's potentially Teslas around there as well. You've also got this mortar sitting here, which will drag troops the other way. So it's a really difficult funnel to get. You kind of want to get into this spot here to then jump over where the Queen is, and it's just too. There's too much that could go wrong. So my plan was basically to zap these two air defences here, take them out, get a little bit of value around them as well, but using those 7 zaps, so 4 on one air defense, 2 more on the other, plus 1 in the CC, and then that left me with that rage, and I ended up using a haste here, and I'll show you why in a second. Then down at the bottom here, this air defense, because of where the sweepers are pointing, I want to take this one out with my heroes. So it's a little bit difficult, but basically the Queen can reach that as long as she goes in. So it was kind of like a delayed Queen deployment. So what I did was I got the King down on this barracks here and got him pushing through this army camp, barracks, lab, and then moving up to these buildings here and moving up that way. And then the Queen, you can drop in around about here, and then she will walk straight in and target those defences. The air defence is the main one we're after, okay? And the archer tower as well is always nice. And what that also does, because I decided to take my dragons in straight at these wizard towers, it actually helps to create a little bit of a funnel and pushes everything in from the 6 to 9 and just brings it into the middle of the base a little bit. Now we've got one more air defence that I haven't dealt with yet, and it's really far away for the drags. And what you would normally do is you would then target all your drags at that last air defence. But what I decided to do instead, having just told you about, I use an E-drag in the last attack and all this sort of stuff. In this attack, I take max balloons in my CC, and that haste, I'm just basically going to drop straight over that mortar, and that's just going to push those balloons straight into that air defence and target it really quickly and just get it in. Just a nice sort of like targeted, it's kind of similar to what you would, in the way that we'd use balloons with a Lalo attack. So that was the plan. And then, yeah, let's just run through it. Now, remember, to do this, you need to have access to max lightning. It doesn't work unless you've got max lightning, okay? So, and I'm ridiculous how nervous I was about this attack as well, because you're attacking for a different clan and you don't know anyone. You want to make a good first impression. So you can see the stress that's going on here while I'm thinking about this. Also try to get the Queen as well. I don't quite get her. Well, I do get her down. I thought I didn't quite get her down. Shows how much I remember this attack. But yeah, 4 on that one, and then on the other. And then here's the King deployment coming in. And he actually, what I wanted him to do was target that army camp first, but he targets the barracks first. But it still works, and he ends up going up the way, and that's what I wanted. I wanted him to move round that way and go up. Because you can see that army camp's a nice little defence. Now remember that 99% that I got? there's an E-drag coming out the CC, so I was talking nonsense when I was talking about the haste. Anyway, E-drag to create the funnel, creates a nice little funnel. Obviously changed my mind at the last minute. And then I got the builder's huts first, that 99% with the builder hut, I learnt from that. And then there's the queen over at the left-hand side, and she's going to step in a second. She's going to take out that air defence. The king is doing some brilliant tanking. Rage down nice and early because that sweeper actually turned quite far round. Kind of caught me out about how far round it turned. So that's why I got that rage down, just to try and get through. And then there you go. I've got a couple of balloons that I decided I switched out. That's what I did. I still kept those couple of balloons, and I used them to target that air defence. But I had an E-drag in the CC. So I did still use it that way, just slightly different timing. But you can see that was sort of targeting that in as well. And then there's some headhunters in the CC, but the drags eventually get it. And you can see the base is kind of done now. The only problem is going to be time, but there's enough time in this attack. I think I have about maybe 30 seconds spare or something at the end, so it's not too bad. But yeah, that's the attack strategy. It's fairly simple. It's quite nice if you can get a decent funnel for the dragons. If you can identify an air defense that is exposed to heroes, and then possibly chain some lightning or anything like that onto another air defense, then even better. But yeah, try it out, guys. Let me know what you think, and if you want to see more Town Hall 9 attacks, let me know in the comments so that we can, I'll keep making them. I'll keep developing stuff and keep seeing if I can improve on attack strategies. I don't know what you think, but from my point of view, this is an improvement on the Zap. It just allows you to have that rage. So this is your new and improved Zap drag attack. Catch you next time. Cheers.